It's James Focus.
Boye sato nukawaye, wona tonsi nukawaye, batwa popo nukawaye, sami zaka nukawaye. Eka bila bila dwa na bie, mo elezana nukawo, elezana nukawo, elezana yuwa nukawaye. Sako kenye kukawaye. Kaya me kwenda, baye ka me kwona ikono.
It's getting beat.
Biro tu abosa fiere. Mayere bo manu maraga bora da tolu. Mayebo mawu aba. Manu su an we kono da. Ya go kama ya si o. Gaya o. Mesa proske sige esu o kwa. Alo gaya o. Riwa sabo riwa pepe mo. O kwanu gaya o. Garo zaga toka. Garo badwa kwa. Mama esa Biro Drava Navia, Ella Yuba, Biro Navia, Ella Yuba, Echo, Bella Tuo, as a duo, as our Keneko, Ma Edmond Apple, Yoka de Moi. Ya then Yoka de no, my Ezra de no, Ezra Yoka de no. Somebody Yoka de no, Sarabra Yoka de no, Kayame Koda, Ekame Kokuikolo. John, you walk over there, go. Letty, you walk over there, go. Nana, you walk over there, go. Mose, you walk over there, go. Garrison, you walk over there, go. Woman, you tell ya, Mr. Yabo, John, you walk over there, go. Eke, I do yes, ya do yes, come to ya do panu tekana mama ya bi lo ke for baby lo trouble na biere ma wente kwata ka o ma we joni nu ga o joni te ba nu ga wa so kare te ba nu ga o papa ele sana you got the way go away can you go can we let me welcome all of you guys to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show here tonight. Mama is saying, let me welcome my friend and brother Momo Nelson. Welcome, Momo. Let me recognize my own Bible fella, John Falla. Good afternoon. Yerie kade aka won again so kwade aka nu zo ka bo point fu ya sala kwade aka aye ka ko bo e ku to e bu be won yen sa ka ko ba bo me yen do ya me so ya bo me ka na se body no wado to abos na bia gaya o kama ba ya se ko
GGS Production. are one of the best in the Republic of Liberia when it comes to music. Let me say welcome to my friend and brother John Sakoli Jr. Welcome. Let me welcome Abdullah Aminata Massa. Good afternoon. Let me recognize Joseph Numa. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. I'm telling you, we are one of the best in the Republic of Liberia when it comes to music. We put my Let me recognize my friend and brother Paul T. We say good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself, Paul. Let me recognize Joseph S. Keto. Good afternoon, good evening. Let me recognize David Booker. Good evening. Let me recognize my friend and brother Emmanuel Kiwi Smith. Good evening.
This way, calling us.
Let me recognize my friend and brother Sam Potter. Good evening, my friend and brother.
AKA Charlie Paul.
It is just the music. It is just the music. The beat of the music that will make it to be nice. And they refer to him as Paul Kanu Grigia. Don't forget, for now there's going to be a fantastic discussion here tonight. And this is how we do it here, okay? yourself as Kedal. Good evening, my friend and brother. We have 2 more minutes for us to go.
Can you click here? One pound, double socado, yendo, freaking water, still a job. Papa no one Papa will no one
Let me recognize my friend and brother, Flomo Freeman. Good evening, my friend and brother. Let me recognize him saying, Kogo. Good evening. Honorable Bill. Honorable Bill. Let me recognize my honorable man. The honorable man, the deputy. He is serving the people of the Republic of Liberia. Honorable Bill Clinton. Honorable Bill Clinton Camara, he is serving. He is working immersively in the interest of the people of Liberia. Let me say thank you, Sir Bill Clinton. Let me say thank you very much for your tremendous sacrifice that you are carrying on in the interest of our people.
What are you going to
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We'll now go now for us, in order for us to be able to work on our friend and brother. This is how you doing?
AB, I'm doing great. I want to say we give God the glory for being around still, feeling healthy, strong, and vibrant. So everything is good.
What you bring to the table of discussion tonight?
Like you said, we have a lot of national issues to discuss today. We have people in the news. Ellen Johnson is in the news again. The president just arrived from the United States. You have the AFL recruitment and a lot of national issues to talk about. So it's going to be a formidable show tonight.
You know, when it comes to the national issues, for me, I'm kind of. Let me do this. For me, I'm kind of careful. I'm almost like what people will say. because we are here to serve the people of the Republic. So we are here to serve vast majorities of the people. So I strongly believe that what we do here is commendable. And let me tell you, thank you ever so much for tuning in whenever, when this show is on. You always make it a duty for you to be able to come on. It is not easy, but God is manning us, and let me be able to acknowledge that tonight and be able to tell you thank you. But when it comes to me, what is on my mind, it has to do with the president arrival. What was it like? The president coming to the United States and be able to receive such a huge award. It is not just a small tax, but people look at it, people look at it as someone who just passing around, traveling, not having the interests of the Liberian people. But we are here to discuss all of those things tonight, and I can't wait for us to be able to start.
Yeah, Abi, I want to say thank you. I know what we do here. First of all, I love politics, and second, Liberia is my birth country that I hold dear in my heart. And anything that comes about Liberia, I don't shy away. I give my stand, and we welcome the audience because of the audience that we come on to give our own perspective on national issues. What I've heard other places, maybe they got interest in what we have to say regarding those same issues. So, for me, anytime I have the pleasure of coming on, I come wholeheartedly. Very, very happy to be here to share my knowledge or to share my opinion with our audience and also those who may watch later. So, thank you, and I mean it's a pleasure that I'm here. You have afforded me the opportunity to be, your hostmate, and as we go along, people are watching. People know what we do here, and at the end of the day, it's for the betterment of Liberia, and that's what we advocate for. So, thank you.
All right, my friend and brothers, let me start with this.
Determine to complete any assigned task. Next level.
So, this is the beginning of the process here this morning. My name is Faso. Here, bringing this live from the Barclay Training Center here on UN Drive, Central Monrovia. So this is the beginning of the process of Liberia recruitment process. So first, to show their reading skill.
Wait.
So you start to see on the card, read. Start rolling, don't stop.
No, ready. Next.
So this process meant to
read loud what you see on the card.
their reading skill.
Give enough light for reading at night.
Next.
So
Stand right before her and read
feel
exactly
to read
what you
this
see.
automatically.
Stand before her and read exactly what you see.
So earlier she was shoveling, so they have to allow her to sit, rest herself before reading.
I will defend my land and protect my people.
Read again.
I will defend my land and protect my people. Protect the people who
Run! Start running! Go up here, run!
Run.
No questions! Stand right before her and read.
Oh,
Read exactly what you see. Be loud.
Yeah.
The bright sign louder in the earlier morning. Yeah.
That's it. Come down.
Read when ready. The long road straight across the country. Read. Send in one.
Yeah, ask him, sit, relax yourself.
Read exactly what you see on the flashcard. Read when ready.
So this is the beginning process here this morning.
Run to the next one. Run. Next.
Stand right before her and read exactly what you see on the flashcard. Read.
There's someone that gets enough light for reading out loud.
Run to the next one. Next.
Stand right before her and read exactly what is on the flashcard. Read when ready.
Bristol your faces media with kindness and steady results.
Run.
Next.
Run. Go back to that
Stand right before her. Okay. Read loud what you see.
I can read the thought spirit aloud and explain it no idea.
Run quick.
You guys, let's go.
Wrong, man, something wrong. That's pretty late.
Yeah, put it in the water.
Come back. Okay, stand right there. You are reading exactly what you see. Read when ready.
Run to the next one.
One.
Next.
Last person come.
Complete came out both way, man.
Read loud what you see on the flashcard.
The sun sets slowly in the western pane. The sky.
Read that again.
The sun sets slowly in the west and paint the sky orange.
You're going to from outside.
Run.
Next time, take your time and relax.
Take time.
Stand right before her and read what you see on the flashcard. Read when ready. Be audible.
When ready.
The sun sets. So it's in the wall.
Take time.
Read.
I want
Read.
I think that
So this is the beginning process of the recruitment of the new.
Read.
respect the law and follow the rules that keep our security safe.
No. Read that again.
I respect the law and follow the rules that keep our security safe.
Read that again.
I respect the law and follow the rules that keep our security safe.
So you're going to read exactly what you see on the flashcard. Read when ready.
will serve Liberia with honor, humility, everything.
Say that again.
I will serve Liberia with honor, courage, humility, everything.
Run quick. Wait for me. Wait.
Oh, you, now you go.
Yo, not this step.
So read what you see on the flashcard. Read when ready. Be audible.
Yeah, my friend and brother, this thing that the people did, it brought our government, our army to public ridicule.
You
It
think
was,
so?
yes, it was a disgrace for our country and disgrace to the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. What say you?
I'm gonna. That's what I like about our show. I'm gonna differ with you on this one because this is how the army had recruited since after the war, and it gave us two significant. For me, what I take into this is it gave me two significant reasons. Like before it was done, it wasn't done on Facebook or anything media like that. But with the way the country is polarized, you don't know who is going to come and start saying the area recruitment, the picking and choosing. That's the first thing. So this brought transparency to the whole process. The reading aspect is very important, AB, because you're not just going into the military to shoot gun. You have to know how to read and write because the military has codes. You have to know which where you are geographically. Suppose you have a compass. How do you read it? Do you know about north, south, east, and west? Do you know the coordinates? So at least as a high school graduate, they can start from there and start to train you. That's why when you go into the military, they got other places that you go for training. So I don't think that this was a disgrace to the army. It just brought a spotlight on our educational system. You and I are always here. You see on Facebook, everybody got picture taking video of themselves. They're walking out of the walls and this and that. University graduate, high school graduate, and this is where some of them show us that they are not learning anything. And people want to blame the government. Yes, you can blame the government at some point, but yet and still, there are some people that still went to the same schools that some of these people went to and did not achieve anything. You got some people that went there and they are good students, they are brilliant. So it's both ways. The government is supposed to put more resources, scrutinize the teachers, the curriculum, and everything. But you, as a student, you have to make it your duty that when you go to school to learn. And for like for me, my father told us his children that he didn't have no property for us. The only thing he had for us was education. So when I went to school, I didn't go there to go play. I went to go learn. So, but for you to say that this was a disgrace and a below to our army, I differ with that because this is just a streamlined process, a transparent process that if you can read the first step, if you can read, then you have some understanding that they can work with. But if you can't read, you couldn't meet the criteria. So I don't know what was disgraceful about it, but I'll let you speak your side of what you think it was disgraceful and it was a disgrace. But for me, I think that the recruitment aspect was a transparency one. Two, you have to have soldiers who can read, who can be able to decode information, who can be able to read maps. Because some places you as a soldier you're not using technology because of the whatever radar system or whatever they have. You have to know how to read. Okay, so if you can't read or write, you only depending on muscles and to hold gun, you don't belong in the AFL. because you have to learn different aspect of human rights. What when you in war, what you do to you don't violate people's rights and all these different things. So I just believe that the process was transparent. The educational system, we can talk about it, but again, I will put the blame on governments, past, present, and the individuals that are going to school. So I'll start right there.
You spoke as essentially well, but I therefore with that. I therefore with that because I have not been in the military, but I understand military coding. What Labrador need right now? Labrador need manpower. What is the significance of you? You know, when people learn book, those people that learn book in the military, they can go on the front line. They can be given, they can be the order of the day. You have an inventory. You have an inventory that you need so much. Let me divert a little bit. If you were to understand the 1990, those Akoma soldiers that came on the battlefield in Monrovia, that came from Nigeria, who told you that those Akomans military personnel that were all of them are new book? Who told you that all of them were letters? Some of them could not even speak the English. Some of them could not speak standard English. But they came from Nigeria to represent their country. Let's leave that a little bit. You hear that Guinea manpower, and not used to be as usual. It's the manpower that Guinea have currently is not as usual. Why? Because the current president have understand that Guinea needed manpower, so he dropped the criteria down all the way to 6th grade. And that's the reason why the military in Guinea, they are law and gospel to him. Let's leave that. Let's come to our own country. Amen. Have you not understand that Liberia fought 14 years? Let's leave that. Let's forget about the fighting. Let us be able to go by a little bit. It is not everybody that will be able to read in public. There are some people, when you hold microphone, when you get a microphone for them to be able to read, they will be shivering. But that doesn't mean that the person does not know what is written. Because the person was not expecting that. If it was Chief Zanga, the former chief of staff, the Major General Chief Daniel Zanga, if it was Major General Prince C. Johnson III, I don't think what the AFL did in the more recent time, they were going to try that. But you saw the popular outrage. You saw the bad latches. The latches that we gave them. They were able to somersault. They too were no more reading. I am saying, I understand that you need to read. I know that. But you telling me that the AFL is not able to provide next school for the manpower that they want to impact? But you just publicly going live. That is what I am against. I am against by them publicly going live. If they could record that whole scene in private, and who told you that every military personnel who joined the U.S. Army No book.
They know how to read.
But who told you that they know book? Knowing book and know how to read are two different things.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's not about we're not saying people will be a college graduate. They put a simple sentence in front of you. So if you even start in ninth grade, if my children can read those sentences.
I agree.
If they so you saying now people are they have phobia and they kind of shivering. Brother, you go into the metro that way they get more tension. If you on war front, you get phobia. You stood out and say, just read what you see. AB, let me tell you something. Guinea can lower their own military standards. And you are right. Now everybody in the army can fight war. That's why they got officers. So if you got a bachelor degree and go in the army, you will not be on the front line because you become an officer and you have things to do. You will be commanding people. Those who can read and not to the officer level, at least if you go to the war front AB, so look, we are dealing with modern warfare now, drones. Okay? You got other equipments. You have to know how to operate those things. So if you can read and write, so the first thing the military got to establish is this person can read. Once you can read, it means that that's a starting point. They can start working with you. The military will go through a lot of different trainings. These people, some of these people that make it and just read haphazard, they know that they get the potential that they will be able to read and comprehend. So they will start with them from there. They will get them different trainings, even at night school or whatever thing they will provide. They will be able to train these people. But you first got to read, AB. You got to read. You can't read, you go sit down, my man. I tell you something. You can't tell me say people, some people who were college graduate and high school graduate, they can't read those short sentences. And you tell me say the AFL were bad because they didn't select those people and they only selected people who could read their sentences.
They are selected. As for today, today was the day 3. No, yesterday was the day 3. The AFL they get rid of that card reading stuff thing. People
if they got rid of it, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. People
if they got rid of it, I'm disappointed.
People just get in line, just go
because
and go to go show your credential.
From 2008 or whenever time they started being in the army, that was the process, according to former Defense Minister Brandon Samuka. So if the AFL listened to public pressure and back down with their procedure in recruitment, then I'm highly disappointed. Because
you have to be.
I'm disappointed because you can't tell me the army is talking about muscles and holding gun. You hold a gun.
It is not about muscle.
You hold a gun. How do you calibrate your gun if you can't read? When they tell you say 3 millimeter by this, how do you do that if you can't read? So suppose you on the front line, you commanding the troop, and they send you a decoder message on your satellite phone. How you gonna decode? How you gonna read? You can't read. How you comprehend whatever they sent you? So everybody's life will be at danger because you the frontline man, because you got muscle to put you in front. You can't read.
No.
Now you put everybody's life at danger.
No, it is not like that. It's not like that. Look, the AFL, what we know the AFL to be doing, that's what they are doing now. That's what they are doing. Who tell you that the AFL cannot be able to do that thing behind window? They can be able to draw the curtain and be able to do that stuff all by themselves. Instead of people going there to go, worry people for no reasons.
Worry people?
I'm telling you.
So okay, now you tell me now that you're not working and presenting their credential.
Yeah, that's
if you get your World Trade credential, that simple sentence you can read.
No. So the
what is it? As a maybe NC Biamia, what you see there?
Liberia.
So I got a master's degree, I got a bachelor's degree. Why you not hanging here? Look, if you get a credential, it should be here. The credential are not paper you put in envelope. That most of them they post something in brown envelope. By the time they join the fair, They get something in front there. Read what you see. They get confused. Oh, I don't. I can send my credential. No, that credential will be backed by what you put in here. The credential and what in here should be matching. Okay. So, like I said, if the AFL,
No, the AFL are getting rid of that. They
but
are
then I'm
getting.
disappointed in
No,
there.
no, no, no. You are not disappointed
I'm
because
disappointed.
no, I come
We
in.
gotta see people who are on Facebook saying they are the walls reading, and they can't
No.
read, and they can't read what say. But then let me tell you fun. Let me tell you one fun. I watch it on Facebook. One picking graduate from high school. You know when you finish graduating, you go to the house. They say they graduate. They speak for the graduate. So I said I'm watching. They begin start with a speech in Jesus' mighty name. I want to tell my in Jesus' mighty name. I said ah. I said but I said but the graduate will not speak. He tell the pastor that in Jesus' mighty name the boy can't listen to you. You graduate from high school. Stand and speak like a high school graduate. The man there talking about in Jesus' mighty name, Jesus' mighty name. That prayer you are offering or what thing. So that kind of man go stand with they put the sheet in front of him to say read. Of course he will get nervous because from school he didn't learn anything, and now he see people sending they say read. He get phobia. Whether he can read, let me tell you now. Some people have phobia, right? They told them to go stand. When they calm down, they saw their friend coming and reading. They realize, oh, but I can read. They call you by your king. You read and you went. But you that didn't make it, AB, that's Talando. It happened. It happened. You not make it, brother.
Yeah,
Biggie man.
but the whole process, I'm not against the reading part, but that should have been done by the AFL themselves, without them going public.
Okay,
So that
so because it went loud, why you mad about?
yeah, that what I'm having problem with.
And for me, the reason why I don't have a problem because like I told you, people are going to lie. They see people that who and I want to read, what they let go. They are coming lie say that AFL recruitment. That's not pick and choose. Oh, you know that brand put in now. They will not can say they real. We saw a kolo kolo. You can't read that why you not make it. So right now you don't see nobody telling say AFL doing pick and choose. But if that thing was behind closed door, they will come outside, they go, they do their political something. They all like AFL recruitment here, that so rescue Benel, that pick and choose. But they want, brother, you on camera, oh, you read that sentence. You read.
Yeah, but I am happy that the AFL, instead of them doing it publicly, they have started to do it behind the door, and
No problem.
that is something that I must commend, the defense minister and the chief of staff for.
The camera going away, but you say read. That behind closed door, you say read. They will not leave it. Oh. They will take the press bulletin from there. But when you go behind closed door, you read, my brother. You can read that first and then you not get in the door.
Okay, so let's play this.
Look, everybody will remember that in 2010, I signed something that says the independence of freedom of speech. Now, yes, freedom of speech carries with it certain responsibility of being able to protect the rights of others. But I don't think that one should be overly disturbed if people say things that are not really um, that are not really um, pleasure to individuals, particularly to leaders. And I certainly do not think it would be a reason for anyone to bear penalties, for freedom of speech. So I believe that in this particular case, there'll be many other ways to curb those who might get involved in sensational discussion, sensational expressions of other people. There are other ways to curb that. Yeah, but one should also observe that one has a right to say things in our country, or in any country. That's what, and the freedom of the press is something we must respect, because that's what makes good governance. That's what makes a country credible. That what makes a country advance. with the support of others. When
Listen to the former First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, the former President of the Republic. Do you think that Madame Salif, the message is good? The message is sound. Do you think the messengers is right?
Maybe I'll need a lot of time on this. I don't think the message is good. I don't think she's a right messenger. In fact, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a disgrace to Liberia. I am disgusted with her cunning behavior that she exhibits. And I'll give you this. This lady has been on a mission to stop JMB from becoming president. She fought tooth and nail, went in the dark places, in the dark holes, to stop this man from becoming president. Now that she did not succeed, she's cunningly trying to undermine his government by throwing these nonsensical talks or interview that she has against the president. Let's look at this. Was Yeka expelled for freedom of speech? No, he wasn't. Yeka caused JMB from head to toe. Yeka insulted the first lady from head to toe. Yeka told us everything about JMB inside out, the president inside out. Was he expelled from the house? No, he didn't. Because the president is tolerant. Okay? Yeka said all of those things. The president didn't have nothing to say to him. But when Yeka violated his oath of office and the legislature used the constitution and their rules to expel him, and this lady is coming to say their talk about freedom of speech, that Yeka was expelled for freedom of speech, give me a break. Wasn't that same lady that was interviewed when Prophet Key was in prison illegally because the chief justice said that he caused his mother, and she is the same person that said that Prophet Key should pay for his crime because what he did was not freedom of speech? Is this the same Ellen Johnson said that we talked about? She said other things in this video. I don't know if you go to them. If you're not going to them, when you come back, I will attack the other ones. The ones you're talking about, Moravia Dirty, and the ones you're talking about, that her president, the president completing. If you go to those two, then I will wait until you guys finish. Then I'll come back for a follow up. But Ellen Johnson she should be ashamed of herself. She's a disgrace. She's trying to undermine the GMB government with her slicker interviews and corny responses to questions that they gave her. How do you classify Prophet Key jail, being in jail as you have to pay for your consequences of your freedom of speech, but then a lawmaker who violated his oath of office, you term that to be freedom of speech? Are you kidding me? I'll get ready for Ellen Justice to leave. Go come back to me.
Thank you. Our friend and brother Josh just joining us. Josh,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Oh, look, man, I'm okay, man. Sorry, guys, I was asleep. I just had to wake up so early. I'm not home, so yeah, that's the issue. But look, I thank you guys for keeping it touch brainy. I see my brother Jose having a party here. Just enjoying yourself. But that's okay, Jose. So some days are good and some days will be bad. But I think I'm here to just set the record straight. And I've listened to the discussion that is ongoing. First of all, I just want to speak on the one that is presently being discussed. This
Mm-hmm.
President Salih's
Remark.
remark about Yeke Koloba. Yes, what people don't understand, and I think we need to set up a class, just like those AFSO that couldn't read. There are a lot of people amongst us who can read, but fail to actually comprehend or do comparative analysis. when they say comparative analysis is by compare two things and then say how this one is different from this one. Like you can say you can bring two oranges together, but you can still compare them. You say the both of them are oranges. However, this one is bigger than this one. That's what we call comparative analysis. So you first compare and say, yeah, what are they? They are two oranges. Yeah, okay. So what is the difference between them? This one is smaller and this one is bigger. You know what I mean? This one is sweeter, this one is not is sour. You know what I mean? So that's how you compare things. So they compare Jacob Prophet Key's statement with that of Jacob Kolobai. They're two different things.
Okay.
I think Jacob Kolobai statement was provocative to the administration so they would do something about this, but he did not incite anyone
Okay.
and he did not abuse anyone. He did not insult, let us say, because there are so many ways to intimidate people, right? Which intimidation is wrong, right? So to intimidate people, you can insult them, you can abuse them to silence them. You know what I mean? That's how you intimidate people, and it's not right in our political sphere, not anywhere, even in our workplace. But if you decide to abuse people, then of course that is not no longer freedom of speech because you are not critiquing anyone, but you're just abusing them. That insults. No, it's not okay to insult people. You cannot just say I will abuse this person because I can, because I got it right. No, you don't have the right to abuse people, just like you don't have the right to hate anyone. You don't have the right to abuse people. You get freedom of speech. You can express your feelings. Say, look, my man, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. You shouldn't be president or you shouldn't be chief justice because you're not doing the work. That is criticism, and that is free speech. But you cannot go to the man and start abusing the man mother, the same thing they were doing before, be abusing the man mother, abusing the man auntie, abusing the man woman, abusing the man everything. Then you think it is freedom of speech? No. So yes, that's the difference. Yeke Kuruba, in this instance, we know Yeke Kuruba has abused George Weah, Pa, everybody. He abused Bwaka, everybody. But in this instance, when we are looking at this, what he said is freedom of speech. He did not insult anyone. He only said the first thing he said, "Go on again, new land." Who said that thing? That person Bwaka said it. He just repeated what person Bwaka said. The person making new land. And guess what? The same instance, Guinea King to get their land. AFN want to get that land. When AFN want to get that land from the people that was squatting on it, President Bwaka said, "Go on making new land." Guinea decided that okay, this land is ours. We come to get it. They may use the same statement Bwaka used. Go on making new land. The people can't get a land. If we say the land for all, let's go and get it from them now. But you see, that's the problem with people. People can just talk and don't understand what they're saying because they are not really properly, drilled to, critical thinking. So these things are different. So you cannot compare how they call it the chief justice, issue with this issue. They're completely different. They're completely different. Other one is abusing. So look, if how they call it, if Yaga Kurba was going to be taken to task because he abused President Bwaka, it's a completely different thing. We will say yeah, but you get a right to criticize someone, but not to abuse their wife, abuse their mother, abuse everybody. That's not freedom of speech. You're not free to do that. You're not free to insult anyone or assault anyone. Just the same, insult and assault. You can't do that to people. So it will be an issue. But now this man is repeating exactly what President Bwaka said. Go on and make a new land. When he went to the scene, that the scene he said to the AFL people that are going to live on the street. Some people who build all their money they took from overseas, they went and build restaurant, they build things on the land. They destroy everything. The man said, "Go and make a new land." That was the solution. Guinea come and took all people from there and say that their land, go and make a new land. It's the same thing. So the man did not say anything that Warren wanted to do. It's abuse of their powers in the house for dismissing this man, for removing him from power. It's abuse of their power. And I think they really need to rethink it because it's a bad precedent. Because what you dare to do, the duty of a lawmaker is to advocate, is to represent, is to make law, oversight, all those things. That everything's in the parcel. So when a man is expressing the opinion of his people and say, the land belongs to these people and getting the land belongs to Guinea, why take it from there? Go and prove that the land does not belong to Guinea. Then you can come out of here. We told you the land belongs to us. We're taking it back. You don't need to go and jail somebody off to take them from to dismiss them. The person that was voted for by more than thousands and thousands of people, and then for the non say that and say we're gonna move it from there, and they just remove it. For me, what President Ellen Johnson said, and no people not get back when I call President Ellen Johnson said, but when I call President George Weah now, people will get back to me. So that's the thing. People are selectively outraged about things, which is of course is wrong. And I see my brother Suarez, I'm he not job for you, he not job for you bed to come heckle me. But this is the thing, guys. Let's think critically and let's be able to analyze it. Let's do comparative comparison. Let's compare and contrast in our comparison. And that will be a good thing for us because that also is a skill. That's a skill that you get from education from going to school. To say they say compare. That's why they say make book report. You go and read about the book and critique the book and critique what you know, what you like about it, what you did not like, what you find that can be improved. All those things. That's what people do when you go to school properly. You're not an AFSO or recruit. Then you will not make this mistake. You will be able to analyze things properly and say,
Okay.
look, these two statements, let's say we don't like the two statements, but how are they different? Then you
Okay.
make the difference between them. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. My friend and brother, sorry, how you doing?
Well, I'm okay. How you guys doing? Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks, thanks to you guys for holding the
Doing great,
gun.
we're doing great,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Please,
Yeah, thank you. I've been following the conversation. I believe that we on the second aspect of the conversation.
yeah.
I want to say, I mean, it's usually we try to make somebody analysis, but I've always said if we think in our mind yesterday something was not really right, it is not right today. So I will not go the trend usually Prophet Key goes. I will not go the trend usually Yaka Kuluba has gone. But those are folks that have been around. Speaking on issues of concerns. Like I said, I'm not a fanatist of somebody who would just be insulting or seeing things out of the way, right? And I mean, always we talk about strengthening democracy for different aspects. We talk about participations of people from different angles and how they come out to say things, and we should doomed or we should encourage some of the things that they say when it's in line with strengthening our democracy, right? So basically, the two individual now we highlighting from the Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf interview are those that have been around saying a lot of things, whether about this government or past government. But again, where were we when those guys were very brutal on past governments, using some of the invective? And I think because then we were in opposition, we embraced them, we did a lot of things. So I'm not going to backlash them for what they did in the past. I'm not going to do that. I will be a clear hypocrite on this platform. So on the issues of one coming out to say things, and when I listened to the interview of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she clearly stated that freedom of speech comes with responsibility. And if you understand that that responsibility is disenfranchising the interests of the nations, then that speaks to something different. For me, let me be clear on the issues of Prophet Key. I've never loved the way Prophet Key put it out. I've never loved the way he insults women. But brother, there is one person who constantly insult to bring the government to power. Now, don't get me wrong to say when you bring the government to power, you must continue insulting people. But where were we back then when I said previously? What are some of the moral that we have to condemn this guy from doing some of the things that he did in the past? Right? This same person comes, states support this regime, but you got one T Justice who said he insulted his mother, he had all the authority, used all the whatsoever law that he had to put for King J. Right? That speaks to something I think that we all can stand for. If we want to condone some of these things, as somebody who are in positions supporting the government right now, I hope we hold on to it until we move forward. I believe one day we'll be in our position. We encourage other people to come out outside to speak on issues of concerns, right? So for Yeke has been one person who um I've loved his advocacy, even though we're not on the same side. I'm a sympathizer and supporter of the government, but I mean, his friends or his colleagues thought that his statement against the nations were very reckless, and he has to bear some punishment. If Yege was to be one person who understands legislative politics and being there, understand the in total and the out totals of some of the things that happen in legislative politics, Yaga was to come to himself and say, okay, colleagues, I mean, I left the path of some of the things that we take over. I'm sorry. Yaga punishment was coming to be very lesser. And don't forget to know, Yaga has been punished for regular statement before. Even in the past government, Yaga was punished. When Yaga went to the committee and said sorry to his colleague, his punishment was lesser down to 6 months of being suspended. When Yaga went to Supreme Court, and I think later he won that case. So Yaga has always been doing this, right? But if you are a representative and stay somewhere and feel that you ought to, you cannot maneuver your way through, and you are out of people in content. Yaga was so not was so I try to come up to say all the
Your network, your
time.
network, your network, your network is very bad. Your network is very bad. Your
Change
network
this
is
one,
very
go come
bad.
back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You know, you
I
see,
mean, I got this
for me, I will condemn Madame Salih's statements that she made today. That statement have come from the bellies of the devil. That statements have come from the nerd man that people normally are afraid of. What was Madame Salih in? One will ask. What was her aim and objective of you going against someone who you and the person serve on the same ticket? What is her aim? We understand that you said that the same way Baka, the same way you suffer to get it, that's the same way a Baka want a Baka will suffer to get it. Baka now suffer, now he get it. Why can you not allow your mouth to be shut? It's not everything leaders speak about. It's not nice. There are sometimes it is better for a former leader to remain mute than for you to be able to speak on current national issues. Some current national issues. It was better for Madame Salih to remain mute on this issue of Yeke Kolba suspensions or expulsions. It was better. So now you are opening Pandora box. Anytime the House take a decision, then the people will bring a microphone to you. Anytime the judiciary take a decision, then the people will bring a microphone to you. Anytime the executive take a decision, then the people will bring a microphone to you. What kind of embarrassment you bring it onto yourself? I was thinking that Madam Salih will be thinking about her health. I was thinking that Madam Salih will allow sleeping dog to last. But you continue to bring public embarrassment onto yourself. That behavior is crony. That behavior is barbaric. That behavior is not nice at all. You cannot say that, yes, indeed. It's not the same Madam Salif who said that, oh, yes, I am happy because JMB is completing all of the project, a project that we left behind. Is that not the same Madam Salif? Is that not the same Madam Salif Who said the JMB government is doing well? Is that not the same, Madam Salim? Is that not the same, Madam Salim, who said the rule of law is something that people respect under this administration? How dare you that you will come to the public glare and be able to say all kinds of horrible things, talking about the city is dirty? When you were there, what did you do to keep the city clean? I'll stop here. If any of you guys have anything to say before we go
Yeah,
to our
look,
next
I got something to say. So yeah, so
Yeah.
you see,
After the CDC, man, I won't go.
that's the problem that I see all the time.
I'll deal with you, my man. Go ahead.
Um, During the CDC government, the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came on the air. She used to state what she wanted to say. She came and said President Weir lied that the money she left there was this or that. She said everything she wanted to say. When CDC wanted to talk, they said, "Oh, that's also rolled in CDC. So rolled in CDC, they can lie." They did not feel that she should have been quiet. And for me, as a person, I don't see a reason why any Liberian should be quiet. We all love Liberia. We all want to see Liberia a better place, and everyone should have a say in what goes on in Liberia, regardless of where you live. Because guess what? If you don't even live there, you still contribute immensely. Like the AB, you see everything you do here, it helps to educate the Liberian people. So you are contributing your quota to Liberia. You're in America, but you're doing a lot in Liberia because people can watch these shows and listen and learn. So you are contributing. So you have a voice in Liberia, how the government runs. If the government is not doing well, people can come and be sending all type of video like how they call it, GMB, son, all these people that are on the Facebook. They will never tell you that the city is dirty. They will never tell you when we say the city is dirty. So you see vision whenever they were there, but the city is dirty. The last time I was in Liberia in January, I went because I wanted to buy some kind of, purple suit or whatever suit was it that was training in the country. So I went on Kerry Street. My man, when I got out from my car, water were all over the place. The dead were all over the place. But they will not carry the cameras there because what? They want to promote the government. So when somebody comes up and says, "Hey, let's thank the person and tell our government officials to improve the situation." When doing the CDC government, when a foreigner came up and said Liberia is dirty, Monrovia is dirty, the same opposition here were clapping for them. So you want foreigners to talk in our business, to tell our country dirty. But our former president should not tell us the country dirty. When you say she must shut up, it's not good. She shouldn't be talking. The country should be dirty because when she was there, she didn't do anything. What do you mean that she didn't do anything? She just trying to remind the people that even when she did not do it, you should do it because you are there now and you have the power to do it. So why can't you listen to her? And there's a whole sentiment that people come and say, other questions should be quiet. No, we'll not be quiet. You can talk all you want. We'll not be quiet. We'll tell you exactly how we feel. We'll tell you exactly what is going wrong. And if you don't like it, it's your business. But we will tell you because that's our quota we are contributing. Because when we speak out, things will change. People will see that, oh, the shooter is saying, look, I went on Center Street. I couldn't drive past the place because they're all on the road. Well, nobody should say it. When you say you're against the government, and then everybody got to come on you and choke your neck with all sorts of things they want to say. And then I see my brother and friend here, AB, talking about the president should keep, the former president should keep quiet. AB, who gave you that right to tell somebody to be quiet when you are talking, when you are praising? Why do you think that other people should not talk as well? When she was going to be praising, you're not going to tell her to keep quiet. You're going to say praise more because you want to see praises. We want to see reality. We want to see things change for the positive. If this government did not do it, the other government should do it. That's why government continuity. And then she said the project that she started, that way is being continued. Yes. Guess what? The good thing in democracy, because we know that government is continuity, people should be acknowledged for what they have done for the country. If you were the community chairman and you did some things. When the people come to power, then they say, look, we did not like AB's, work he did. We fought to remove him from here, but here's what he did that we think was good. Here's what he did for the community. But guess what? These are some of the things he did not do and we wanted to do. That's why we remove him. That's what a positive critique is. That's why you can tell people exactly how you feel, how you want them to do things. Not everybody is going to be praise thinking. We're not doing that. And I think I want to commend President Sally for coming up, for speaking her mind, because she drives around town. She drives around town and everything gets in disarray. They put sticker all over the place, posters all over the place. Any building you see it, people sticking on it. Nobody there to even clean the paper or infiltrated from there. Graffiti all over the place. There's nobody to clean it. But then we want a country. It's bad. And we need to speak out. And I want to commend her for making that stand, being brave. Because I know they insult on that post. When I watch the video, I was on the plane and watch the video. The video, man, they support of the government abuse the former president. And look, it is a thing because I think what they've done is that they wanted to all be causing people. That's why they put Prophet King J so Prophet King can be the leader for them. They want to all lead. They want to cause everybody. That's why they remove him. So they causing the woman now. But look, everybody got the right to speak.
Okay.
Once you are speaking what you believe, I think everyone has the right. Nobody should tell anybody to keep quiet because that's
Okay.
like to everyone of us. Nobody get a D.
Okay.
Thank
Zizi
Yes,
Gwaha.
yes, AB. I want to set two facts here straight. The first one is that the United Party government did not put Papa Key in jail. The Chief Justice, using his power along with his associate justices, wrongfully imprisoned Papa Key because of his freedom of speech. That's the first thing I want to get out there. The second thing is Yeke was never expelled from the house because of freedom of speech. Yeke violated his constitutional oath, and a colleague of his took the matter to plenary. It was investigated to tell majority of the house believed that Yeke violated his constitutional oath and he was expelled. So nobody should come make Yeke expulsion to be like it's freedom of speech. No, it's not. Because why I say it's not freedom of speech, because when Yeka sat on his own row or camp and caused the president and caused the first lady, nothing was done to Yeke. Yeke was always causing since after 3 months when the president became president. Yeke said he was opposition. Yeke has been insulting the president every time he get. Nobody went after Yeke for anything. So for people to sit out here and try to make it look like Yeke was expelled because of freedom of speech is ridiculous and very ludicrous. He was expelled because he violated his constitutional oath. Now let me come to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. If you want to tell you that this woman is bent on undermining the government, you remember when the asset recovery invited Claudia for them to produce document of how where they are getting funds from?
Mm-hmm.
Who you saw going there?
Madam Salif.
They see they Yegati she talking about freedom of speech. In her mind, she know very well that Yeke was not expelled for freedom of speech, but because they got to tell freedom of speech that this government is violating people's right. That's why you see Connie old lady came talk about apart. That Ellen Johnson said it's supposed to be talking about freedom of speech. AB, do you see the litany of people that she put in jail because she could not stand their voices?
Vandela Patra was one.
Eh? And she come in sitting here like she's an injured.
Henry Costa was one.
You don't want to need me. Ellen Johnson Sully is subconscious that whatever she was saying on her interview about Yeke being expelled for freedom of speech was not the right thing. But she got to undermine the government. She got to put the government out there on the international stage because she's a former president now. When she talking about people freedom of speech being violated, it carries a weight.
Yeah.
So that was the intent. When you ask why she came to contract, that was the intent. Her intent is to undermine GMB government. Why? Because this lady came and said Moravia is dirty. From the time I checked, when Ellen was president for 12 good years, with all the resources after the war, Billions of dollars went to Liberia. What did Ellen Selling Jew do with the MCC for 12 good years? What are the programs that she put in place that the city who have been clean for 12 years and going up? And she got a nerve to come and sit there and talk about the city dirty. That carries you where the people will be coming from Ellen time to George Weah time. It took more Ali from water and sewer to solve that problem under the government. Okay? And these are hypocrites that are going to sit down, talk about Moravia dirty. Can you compare the Moravia that was under Ellen Johnson and George Weah compared to this government? You talk about JMB, most of the project JMB completing is on. So when did George Weah and Ellen Selly realize that what JMB is doing for the Liberian people, that the Liberian people deserve their roads, they deserve their hospitals, they deserve their electricity? They did not know that the Liberian people deserve those basic necessary issues. Hey, my man, keep quiet, my man, keep quiet.
No, but don't be lying to the people.
Quiet. The serious Jewel Hospital is paying what thing? Hey, you got brand on your watch? You paying it? Keep quiet when I'm talking, my man. When you're talking, I'm talking. Just keep quiet. My man, keep quiet before I can blow my blood on you. AB. So Ellis Johnson and George Weah knew very well that roads were good for the Liberian people.
But they did not complete it.
No, they knew that electricity. They knew that hospitals.
That water.
They knew that the education center, water. So their entire they knew it that it was important for the Liberian people. They refused to do it. They stole all the money. Now this old man, in 2 years, 3 months, the level of development he's carrying on in the Liberian people eyes are open that can this actually happen? Why would they see this in 12 years on Ellen? Why would they see this in 6 years on George Weah? But Ellen Selly and George Weah, the only legacy that they got is that our project. That the only legacy Ellen Johnson and George Weah will hang their head on. That our project, JMB completing. Let me tell you what JMB legacy will be. With the Western Crosser road connection, it will be a legacy project for JMB. The Old Hair Pass will be a legacy project for JMB. The road from Moravia straight to the southeast will be a legacy project for JMB. The Coastal Highway will be a legacy project for JMB. That the she-faced goddess woman, she can't rest. That's the thing she was afraid of, that because JMB know that the money that came, and the president always said we squander many opportunities, and people took it to be like it was a misstatement by the former vice president at that time to say they squander opportunities. These are the opportunities you are talking about with all the money that came early. You want to tell me under say megawatt power you could get Liberia for 12 years? JMB has gone 2 years, 3 months. He already got 20 megawatt solar power. So before the 6 years, you see the paper will double the power capacity of Liberia.
They are even talking about bringing a new dam.
There's a thing that Ellen Johnson is afraid of. They want to do everything to undermine the government. That's why you can't. Every day you hear but the Guineans say so on our border. The Guineans say on our border. We're not fighting war. We handle this peacefully. We will develop our country, and Ellen Johnson and Joshua will go down as some of the worst president of Liberia. Their failures will be shown by this government, and that's why she can't sit easy. But something is going, like American thing, she will soon join there. The Northern American they want to go after him. You see what she will join there, because she got to say something that she feel that will undermine this government, and she wasting her time. Nobody will take Ellen Johnson to be serious. You, Joy, you're talking about people are causing her. That's because people are irritated that a hypocrite will come sit down and try to undermine their government that is doing well for the Liberian people. That's why you saw the hateful comment on her interview. Witchcraft. She need to go sit down somewhere and keep quiet.
Okay. Love bringing my friend and brother. Sorry, you want to give your statement when it comes to this, and before we move on to the next topic.
Thank you so much.
I've not been a fan of listening to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, especially when it comes to criticism, because there's a huge support that came to Liberia during her era, and
Hmm.
there are a lot of things we need to do. And so sometimes you want to balance the argument with questioning somebody based on their governance things, what they did in the past. You want to talk about morality in totality. So if you look at questioning people morality, some of the things that they say that doesn't make sense. I want to question some of the things that she said on that interview. And where are leaders sometimes thinking when they say some of these things, this is my projects, and I mean I initiated they are supposed to get the credit. It's just by privilege people should give you credit. Let me bold to say some of these things. I know it shows some level of leadership you want to do it to show that okay, the person this well in the past by initiating the project. But I don't think there's no law. There's no binding, authority on that individual to acknowledge or to say, okay, we have to call this person to do some of the things that other leaders have done. It is by will, right? So, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf criticized on the basis of some of the things that she saw. When you talk about Monrovia being dirty, I want to acknowledge that they at MCC now been doing a very pretty good work. And sometimes when the brother being hot to carry on some of the basic cleaning or put give the city a facelift, you will see people criticizing, people saying all sort of things, people taking bread from people mouth. Opposition always say these things, right? Taking bread from people table and all sort of some that we have seen over the past month. So sometimes I come to the conclusion and I ask myself, what do we want as Liberian, or what do we want as country? Right? When Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said, like I said previously, when it comes to the issues of projects that she initiated. I think that was something she should also understand that government is continuity. The continuity aspect of government. Why is has she forgetting about that aspect of governance? So sometimes when leader makes these statements and I evaluate properly, I sort of talk to actually question and their well-being and their current state of mind. But happy it will always be the like the way I'm still a bit correct. I did not hear Madam Ellen Johnson Selling being outspoken or saying some of the things that she's saying right now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not backlashing her of saying some of the things that she's saying from her honest, from her opinion. But I think leaders need to be balanced when it comes to criticizing. I did not hear her during the six year. I did not hear her saying some of these things. What we heard that she was not part of politics game when
I
she
tell
was being
you,
interviewed on several platforms. She said she was not part of platform, but I listened to her several times. OK FM, the OK Money Rush, the OK Conversation. She said she was not part of politics. She was in her private life. She was on her farm and saying some of the things. But I think when people try to be very hypocritical and don't want to see the success of certain individual, they will come up with the bourgeois statement that doesn't hold ground at certain level. What I want to say to Liberian, we are making progress as a nation. It will never be like the way it was before. This government is striving in every form and manner to see that the city get live. And you go in time, you even ask some sincere opposition from basically from the CDC or other political party, they will say, yo, this brother is doing extremely well in Monrovia. And I think the footmark is there. You can see that the brother been behind people when it comes to street selling. There should be some regulations that people will put in. There are a lot of criticisms about these things. I don't know where Madam Ellen Sally Johnson has been. I guess always she on her phone, so she not seeing some of these things. But if she's saying it and not acknowledging some of the goodwill of the brother and want to come and criticize and not put full in a solution, for me, I've always go for criticism with a solution base. That's why I've always, loved one person. I mean, I be supporting it right now. But Cummings, when it comes to the stable, a certain discussion, though he been very insincere with some of the discussion recently, but I think he put for solution. When you're a leader, don't just criticize. Criticism is part of strengthening the democracy, but put forth solutions that you did in the past or that you have seen in other countries that can be very relatively good to giving the kind of a facelift that we want for our country. So I mean, her statement, I think it was not balanced. It come with some level of insincerity, And I think when leaders speaks, you should speak with solutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
AB,
Yeah.
the first thing, just to throw a little bit light, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who have come to that interview and saying that when I was president, this is where we had the MCC. This is how the city was looking. But you were there for 12 years. You didn't implement any policy. No garbage truck. We can say George, you said, oh, did all that thing. But George came, they didn't mean no garbage truck. They didn't mean no trash can. They didn't mean any kind of program organized on any Johnson study for 12 good years. And you don't want to go and sit down and tell people about Maria dirty. No. I just hear one people want to be hypocrite, and she has taken on herself that she will not give GMB chance. Every little chance she get to honor Monday's man, and will be on her back, like fire. And she want to be taught that fire can make total work, and will be behind her. Anywhere
Thank
she
you.
go with there.
Thank you.
What a hypocrite!
Thank you.
Right away upon receiving the 34th Annual African Peace Award. Many opposition leaders in Liberia saying that the war, it doesn't mean well, it is irrelevant to the livelihood of Liberians. What do you have to say?
They said they what?
I said that upon receiving the award, many opposition leaders in the country say that the war doesn't mean well for Liberians. It has no effect on the livelihood of Liberians.
I just wanted for you to repeat the word opposition. What do you expect of them?
Thank you, Mr. President.
The papaya is like is the never went to Parago school.
the the paper will kill them one and slowly
George,
we talk now.
George, what you have to say about that interview?
You know, I know it's going to be a funny thing for those who support the president for saying what he's saying, but I can see share hypocrisy in what he said. When he was opposition, he
You
wanted
can
people
see
to listen to
you
him.
can see what?
Eh?
You say you can see what?
Hypocrisy
Hypocrisy in what?
in what he said.
Oh, okay, okay.
To say that opposition will say bad things all the time, even when they don't make sense. When he was opposition, he wanted people to listen to him. When he said children were selling in the street, and children shouldn't be selling in the street, they should be in school. If you go in the street now, you see more children selling in the street than before. But those days, he used to say children selling in the street, they shouldn't be selling in the street. People riding BB cars and people suffering. He riding the biggest car ever in Liberia since that republic started. The most expensive car. He riding it now.
Okay.
So you see, hypocrisy is something that I think is born in our blood. And I see people laughing, smiling, and saying, "Oh, he's saying good thing because he said opposition will talk rubbish." You see it? That's what he's trying to say. Opposition will talk rubbish.
But what
Because
you have to
even
say,
though what the people are saying, the water is going to get,
but what
it
you
does
have
not
to,
in any way take it back to Liberia.
but what you
Be
have
that
to say, what you have to say, if the
can
paper
say
read,
no.
what do you have to say if the president win the Africa Peace Leadership Award, the 34 Annual Peace Award? What do you have to say about that?
Okay, look, I feel that he does not deserve any award,
Okay,
and not because I oppose him, but when people that receive awards, there are notable things that they have done.
okay,
Peace award, notable thing that you can sit here and explain what he did.
okay.
Where listen to me. Let me finish.
Yeah,
When
but I'm
President William was
listening.
the president, he was negotiating peace in the region. He used to go to those people that were having problems. Mali, there's a problem in Mali. There's a problem in Burkina Faso. President Ouattara ever went there, ever even spoke about it, and then he gave him peace award. Those are here. Please tell me the one peaceful thing that the peace initiative that President Ouattara has undertaken besides coming to power. What? Just tell me one thing that he's done. Whatever phone call he's made that brought peace to any nation or brought peace to any area, In Liberia, police are killing people when they go to protest. Where there lucky students did not get killed recently, they got beaten mercilessly. What has President Baka done? Just tell me one thing that he's done that is peace, the peace notable. To say
Okay.
this is peace, this is something that will generate peace. Tell me one thing. Even those in the comment, please give me a break here. Tell me exactly what one thing President Baka has done that has a peace initiative in it that will bring peace to Africa or Liberia. The only thing I see is to cheat people out. Every time he brings a parable that don't make any sense
don't
to
you
use
think
it and just
don't
make
you
and explain the whole situation. That's what he
don't
does.
don't you think the way he handled that Guinean
No,
stuff?
AB lead a man now. Any man say one gain example or one
Okay,
gain something.
okay, all right,
Okay, so here's
okay,
the thing, man.
You
The
not done
Guinean
yet?
situation that you want to, the Guinean situation you want to
Are you
mention.
not done yet? We gotta talk to my man.
I am not done yet, my man. Let
All
me
right,
finish.
go
The
ahead.
speech is
okay.
not on, yeah. And stop talking when I'm talking. Keep quiet, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
You
Chief.
laughing. So guess what? The thing that happened between Liberia and Guinea has not come to an end yet. Guinea has not left our country. So you
Okay.
cannot say that situation has ended. He has handled it well. He has not handled it well. Let me see. Let me tell you for a fact.
Okay.
This president left Guineans on our soil and went walk about to Nigeria and went to
Okay.
Ethiopia.
Okay. You call that
Guineans are on our
walkabout.
soil. Guineans are on our soil. Guess what? And we did not even post to say we put a military blockade so that Guinea cannot advance more. We did not do nothing. He left it like that. He went to Ethiopia on a state visit.
Okay.
Let me tell you, when they say they say the doctor is a good doctor, that means he has killed something. Or doctor who treating somebody, you can't say that good doctor. That person said treating it, the person not healed yet, so you can't say that good doctor. So President
Okay.
Baka has done nothing peace worthy to say he's handled it here peacefully. The Guinean went back, the place flee, and there could be war, but there was no war. He handled it in a good way. No, the people are still there, so you can who can determine how it will end? Now, any of you here
Okay.
can determine how it will end?
It will
No, we
end
cannot.
peacefully.
It will end,
Okay.
so it's a hope. You are hoping it will end peacefully, right?
Okay.
So how will you
Okay.
give somebody a war because you think that
Okay.
it will happen? Then
Okay.
it's all
Thank
given to
you.
him. After that, if that's the reason they're giving it to him, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Let
Okay.
me just tell you guys, the people that are spending our money recklessly, giving it to Washington, giving it to America, to spend it for them to give it women peace of war, God will punish them.
Okay.
Because people cannot be dying in Kinjal, people cannot be dying on the street of Moira. Then you say, then it's beating people in the street of Moira, then they're giving peace of war. Doesn't make
Okay.
any sense. Thank you.
Okay.
Are
My
you
friend
God
and brother,
punish?
my friend and brothers is there coming.
You know when George come with a proper Ghana, you can just run through it like you sweeping dirt from on the floor. The first thing, if JMB was a trigger happy president and he was going to fall for the nonsensical opposition that believe that
You get trigger?
we should go to war, JMB was going to put the AFL at the border, and by now we are in a full blown war with Guinea. So to even have the fortitude to maintain calm and handle things as a diplomat is very commendable by the president. George got to be current with current events. The last time I checked, Mali and Burkina Faso are no longer ECOWAS a nation. So JMB don't have nothing to do with the Sahel. JMB is not in the Sahel region. He's in ECOWAS. So you tell your president the three doctor holder let him go to Mali and go talk about their peace or Burkina Faso. But AB, the people that gave these awards, they are not narrow-minded. These people got criteria that they set for who will be winners of their awards. And with the international engagement that JMB have had over the 2 years he been in power, the different dialogues that he have been having with countries, tells you that the people who gave the award saw that JMB met the criteria, and that's why they call him to honor him for his level of peace building initiative that he believes in. Okay, the opposition that from the public interview, he's when the man speaks, George, you have listened to discern what he says. He said, "I was waiting for you to repeat the word opposition. What do you expect?" So the opposition will never speak any good of this government. That's what the president meant. So if the opposition believe that his coming to America to receive the award was nothing, that's what they will say. And that's exactly what the president said. They are opposition. What do you expect? You expect them to come sing my praise? You expect them to see all the good things I'm doing and praise it? It means they'll be limiting their chance of coming to power. So when JB speaks, you listen, you digest, and you discern what he's speaking or what he's saying. Okay, George? For you to say the man being disrespectful or corny, no, you don't want to understand what the man saying because you are the opposition right now. That you don't want he talking to. You have nothing else to say about him, but everything will be negative, and that's what he meant. You tell me I went to America to receive a opposition to, of course, I want the guy to say. You don't expect him to say anything. So, I mean, I just love the president, the wisdom that he has, the way he answers questions. It just triggered the opposition like somebody juking pins and needle on them, because the men that they had there before, he couldn't even express himself before he was speaking parable or gave idiomatic expression. So let Georgia go sit down somewhere.
All right. Let's be able to bring in my friend and brother, Sorry. Sorry, your take.
Yeah, like the president said, what do you expect from opposition? I want to take it from that angle. Obviously, we expect criticism from opposition, no matter of the circumstances being in the interest of Mama Liberia. I've always said in the past, even then in opposition, it's very unique. Sometimes you say some unique thing about your country, your leader, and don't jump into triviality. Don't be sensationalizing everything. At the end of the day, we are not here to back like opposition criticism, right? I've always encouraged criticism, whether in government, out of government, wherever you find yourself. Constructive criticism is one thing you want somebody want to encourage to actually use as a learning path. But there's a huge disparities in the opposition analysis when it comes to some of these things. There are several wrong that former president we have won. You talk about the international sport peace award. You talk about his recent award in 2023 when he did our peaceful transitions. Those are basis leadership award. And this award that we're talking about, I think, then establishing in the 90s, 19, I think, 1972, as same year, is basically is for those in government, especially in leadership that are shown, like my brother said, that are criteria they set for this particular award that are shown beyond all reasonable doubt that they are a leader of peace. The recent crisis of the border can speak to that. Some of the various engagement the president had done, like Zizi said in the past, when you go to those various summit and world leader conference, those business engagement that are larger in the conversation they have surrounding the globe and Africa, the region, some of the things that are happening there, right? So the business of war is not even it's not something subjected to just the Liberian and narrative or people just restricted to okay, is this award is been given just because what is just happening in Liberia? No. Let's think beyond some of these natural and rhetoric that we always have in our politics. For me, there's it's just very, very true that the president said. You may not like it the way he put it out, but what you expect from opposition when it comes to these conversations, right? So I've always said, let's be truthful to certain conversation. Let's try to be, put it right the way it is. No, it's obvious that we got opposition criticizing this thing, but there are several things that we can talk about when it comes to this award issue and how these kind of awards that have been given. Whether today or in the past, right? The president will give her the award and you accept it, and the award is given on the basis of what you've been doing in government. What are some of the stability that you have? Can you question the stability in government on the overall in Liberia? No. Can you question governance on the aspect of good governance and some of the things that you've been saying? No. And our opposition will come up with certain counter argument by pointing out some things that we can acknowledge to yes, there are things that are happening abroad, or it's not perfect, but I think on the average, what is happening for this award to be given to the president, I think those are given. They went through all of the criteria and they actually did their own study to know, okay, this award is actually worth to be given to the president. So I think it's a good thing. Opposition will criticize these things, and as we hear, we checkmate some of the criticism that we see that doesn't make sense. Thank you very much.
For me, I strongly believe that the people that gave this award to the president, they are not baby. The people that gave the award to the president, they are now fools. The award is Peace Award, African Peace Award or Africa Peace Award. So I don't know why the oppositions will not be able to say one good thing about this government, one good thing. And like the Papa Referee put it, they are oppositions. So what do you expect? What you expect from them? But before we go to the phone line, let me say that my trip to Liberia and my trip to Ghana, my Mami Wata travel groups. You know, there's a differences between when you're traveling out of the country, purchasing your plane ticket from a travel agency, then going online to go to purchase your ticket. Because where you're going, you don't know what may happen. But when you buy it from a travel groups, it is possible that your time that you want to spend in that country either may be cut short or may be cut long. You just need to call that person WhatsApp number and be able to tell them, look, I want to extend my stay. So Mami Wata travel groups, he is based in Texas. This better fare is very, very much reasonable. He can get you plane ticket for little of nothing. And his number is 512-552-3551. Once more, 512-552-3551. That's the Mami Wata travel groups. Tell them, say, Abraka Talk Show send you. Back to the topic. You can keep your phone. You can keep your phone call coming out on 215-266-6509, or you can keep your phone call coming through our WhatsApp line through 215-266-6509, or you can keep your call coming through on plus 231-888-777757. That is the number to call. Let take it easy.
Yeah, the audacity for these opposition people or sympathizers of the opposition to believe that JMB will go spend money in Washington D.C. just so he can win a war is sickening. Because the last time I checked, GMB is all about what Liberia can become. It's not about vainglory or or trying to trying to be in a limelight like other people then who know. So for them to believe that GMB pay money for an award is just shameless and shameful to the opposition or sympathizer and members of the opposition. GMB cannot pay for a war. He's a distinct elder statesman that has put in Liberia up there. Liberia is well respected. Look at the way the man was honoring Ethiopia. It couldn't have been some people. They can put in boss butt and pass them behind the corner to go to where they so go.
Let
GMB
me
like a mate.
let me announce the number again. The number is 512 512 552 3551. 512 552 3551. Once more, 512 552 3551. That is the number to call and tell Manwata travel group that I send you. Okay, we have a caller here. Caller, hold on. Let me connect the caller to this call. Yeah. Someone can. Yeah. My friend and brother, Josh, you can go ahead.
Opposition hero,
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you. I'd let my brothers say when you finish talking Tabata, you just go silent.
My time finish. My time finish.
Hello.
Okay, I think we got call. Let's see.
My time finish.
Yeah.
I'm just be talking.
Yeah, caller, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
Oh, my name is Michael Harris, and I call from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Marcus, go ahead.
Okay, thank you guys so much for the show. I sometimes follow you guys. Thank you. I see my FE brother, this is a good while I here. I thank you guys for the discussion tonight. Quickly to this Madam Sali issues. I think that Madam Sali has been, I don't know, she really don't know who she wants to be. Another day she retired from politics. Another day when it's a turning by election in Nima County, she will go there and raise
Thank you.
Madam Gonglo's hand, and she'll come back. She'll come from retirement, come to politics, and she'll go back into retirement the next day. So she really got to tell where she stands when it comes to Liberian politics. And then she have gone to say the city is dirty, the city is filthy. I would have taken out to be an honest statement. If she acknowledge, we agree that all is now well. I mean, there are some effort, and they need to do more. If she has said, okay, they done some work and they need to do more, I would have thought that the president would be speaking from an honest standpoint. But it's just rubbish, everything the guys have done. The city is dirty. The city is dirty. What did she do when she was there with all of the huge international support she had for 12 years? And how did she leave Monrovia? She's talking about the city is dirty, and we have international meeting here. We got international guests coming. The city was more dirty than it is when you kill George Bush, the president of the United States of
Thank
America, to
you.
Liberia. The city was more filthy when you told when Michelle Obama went there. All these guys, Tony Blair or Ron Brook, all went there. Or they are all international high-profile individuals. The city was
The
filthy. I
first
said,
one is
despite,
that
like I
they
said, you receive huge financial support for 12 years. So this lady, I don't, Madam Salim, we know much got respect for her. She played her part. But when it comes to Liberia, she thinks she's still living in the 1980s, where when even in the 90s, when someone were a kid coming up, when she used to talk, was it, I mean, the woman understand politics. Because of that, she just put a joy on us. People have gone to school, people are evolved, are sophisticated now. Those things you use to make us believe that you the one political Maradona in Liberia at the time, those era has passed. People, this is a new era, this is a new generation. So you cannot keep doing these things. This is Republic of Liberia we have. We do not have Republic of Salif. They'll understand that today. That this country is for the younger generation, like GMB has always said before. Her presidents were always about winning the next election. And even
I know,
after she
right?
served 2 times, the next agenda was who to succeed her so that all of her deeds cannot be exposed. And she bent on protecting that. That's why she be testing the water here and there. She tried Mr. Coming 2 times. He can make it. 2023, she had to test the water with Karen Monoba. He can make it now. She and Amara Kone bidding. She will go to Cloud Hope Foundation where the asset recovery is trying to probably to have those property. The next day, Amara Kone will run over there on Facebook, trying to undermine the government honest effort to fight corruption because the thing it will not favor her politically. I think she needs to stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
My brother, he spoke well. Maybe ain't listen to the scenario the boy listed about
Yeah.
she can only kind politics if it got on my GMB. That the time she in politics, but when they ask her about anything that got to do with the Unity Party, oh, I'm retired from politics. That woman, she'll
Okay,
see.
so,
Will be
so
behind her for the
maybe
four.
while you're awake, call, let me just come in quickly. I think
Okay.
the brother who just left the line, he spoke well, but let's try to decipher what he just said. He said when there is a by-election in Nima, former President Salid goes there and puts somebody hand up. And I think if you don't already know, and I think you guys need to be, to disabuse yourself of this ignorance, right? President Elisa Saleh is part of a global network of women in leadership. So they call it Namwenje. Namwenje is a civil society movement that is fighting for women's, place in the political sphere. So wherever you see
We
when a
get
woman
we get
comes and wants to
we
become somebody, that particular organization support our
Okada,
person.
what is the name and where are you calling him from?
I'm on
Oh,
my foot.
oh,
I'm
oh.
on
Let me
my foot.
let me call him.
Yeah, George. I'm on my foot.
Okada, what is the name and where are you calling him from?
And then your foot
You are
soldier.
not speaking onto your phone. You are not speaking to your phone.
You can get me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, Sorry for the background. My work. My name is Amos Gomuya. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Go ahead, bro, Amos.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. I thank my brother that on the side that's speaking the truth about what JMB is doing. You know, the witchcraft never think of positive thing. They always on the negative side. They want to see the worst thing happening. That what make them happy. You see, during my last study time, what all they say, to spend 12 years. In 12 years' time, nothing good went on in that country. They said they cleaning the country, moreover were dirty, things were going, things were better. But now, because this old man, under her administration, the old man was a vice president. He knew what all was going on and he couldn't talk. That's why they were calling him as a car that was parking. And the woman went and took that country and gave it to the local Grenada boys. And you know how the country went. Coming on air saying that unfinished project that they're the one that started the project 2 years and somebody had gone 2 years, going to 3 years, see what they're doing. Then you sit down here and you say that your finished project, when the good thing come, they take the glory. Even the past government. Everything JB doing that we the one started it. And he just go for 2 years. Tell me after the 6 years when he finish, what will happen to Liberia? Liberia will be developed. And my last thing to say is concern about the AFL. Maybe you were the way you sounded first, really, you sounded bad. We want to develop Liberia. Now our people during the war, they used to call some unit militia. The boys who were militia, they couldn't read and they didn't know how, when to shoot gun, who to kill, and what have you. We saw those things happening over there. Going to school is good. Even if you don't have the degree, you will know how to read and write. So what the guy did is say, oh, you put it on social media, and that's all be on social media is good. So we can know who is going to AFL. Even the gun that you're going to shoot to engage your target, you got to know the meter. 100 meter, 200 meter, 300 meter, you got to know it. You can take somebody who just go and buy wire certificate. Then you say you want to put in the army. How the country will be going? So the exercise is transparent, it's good. Military men, you will know how to read, how you read a American Code of Justice. American
Thank
Code
you.
of Justice is there.
Thank
You got
you.
to read it and get to know it. Thank you, AB.
Thank you.
La put in la
Let me
credential bene.
let me say this. Let me say this. That number that I announced, that is the number of the travel groups. So if you call that number, you need to identify yourself. Who are you and who you want to speak to? And then the owner will be able to take your call. Or if you call the owner, I just printed the number. The number is 512 3551. 512 552 3551. If you want to travel outside of the United States, I can bet you that Pape having or that travel groups, Miami Water travel group having the best pricing for our brothers and sisters. So on this note, let's be able to come to our closing comments. Brother Sorry, yeah, you said that you wanted to make a comment, so let hear you.
Yeah, I think I wanted to make some injection, but I think the caller was on. I didn't want to interrupt him. I think it's always that we have disagreement about some of the things that happen in our country, but we should be respectful to former leader. I think, brother Abraham, you have to observe some of these things. Somebody cannot call the former leader Grunambo. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I think we will have to strengthen the conversation with how we see democracy from a very unique perspective. People should not be very, very brutal and insulting. So, I mean, are we really closing? That's just the observation I really wanted to bring out there. But if we're closing, I can do my closing real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, 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 do your closing.
Thank you. And I want to acknowledge the fact that that very color again said that we have to have the kind of a criteria. For me, I've had my own disagreement with or disappointment with how the process been like when it comes to people being shown on the clear media while they're reeling. But I think those are things that have been happening over the past period of time. Hearing people that we know knew that was in the army. One of our own that used to be on the late night show. I think he acknowledged it the last time on one of these shows. Alfred, he said those are processes people can go through, right? I know several people in the army in Liberia, they went through those processes. I don't think we should eliminate it because somebody is not reading or somebody did not build up to that foundation. There are huge amount of challenges that we have in our education sector. I'm not restricting this conversation to this administration, but I know over the past period of time we have had those challenges as a country, and we hear a lot of money being put into that sectors of our country, whether it's UNDP, whether it's the United States, whether it's the government itself, giving some funding. But again, at the end of the day, those money, the very money that has been, the finance that has been given to that sector, it has now reached out to certain area. For me, I've always argued we don't actually need additional infrastructure. We may have it in the rural sectors, but I think we have to be more of very, very dramatically approaching the aspect of the systems. The system is not working for our people. Then the last government, there are a lot of people that are on voluntary payroll, and this government as well. People stay on voluntary payroll. So when people are voluntary, there are a lot of things they will do that will not make sense as compared to when they're taking pay. I know some of these processes come with integrity. If somebody meant well for doing things in our society, they will do it. But I think obviously they will say empty banking stints. We have to look at that aspect. Our education system is there's a huge problem in there that we need to face as a country. It was a
Thank you.
disgraceful things that we saw. For me, I'm not only restricting it to the army, brother. I'm not only restricting to the government, but it's very disgraceful to see people that you graduated from 12th grade, the
Mhm.
elementary things that have been given to you just to read a sentence. You cannot read. It was a very disgraceful thing. We can work on as a country. We need to do more in the education sector. On the issue of the Ellen Johnson Sally statement, she has to be sincere to herself. She has to be a leader who is balanced. If you want to combat the politics, combat. Do not be a schemer. If you want to speak on issue, do not speak to one leaders. We have always said that politics is not a scheming game. If you want to be into it, be into it. Right? The president said opposition will always be opposition. We acknowledge the fact that opposition has always been opposition, but I think it's important if you come here to criticize certain other things, you should have solution. You should be sometime. I know always opposition will not be objective in every cases, but sometimes let's be objective. As a supporter of the government, we committed to being here to discuss the issues of concerns. And I want to say to our government, the huge problem we have in Liberia, job is a problem. Looking at some of the basis issues, there's no time in our favor. We're in the third year, right? We're now second year going to our third year. There's no time to waste. In politics, there is there's a for me, I'm always satisfied with what I can see as an individual. That should not give me a healthy tax of hell. That's why I've always said I'm not satisfied with everything that is happening because I want to have a lesser tax in 2023 if we support the re-election bill of President Baka. So I mean, I've always said that let's keep
Thank you.
carry on development, not only
Thank you.
infrastructure, but human development and development from all angles as a country. So I think
Thank
it's a
you.
very good thing always to be here, Brother Zizi, Brother George from the CDC. Always a pleasure, learning care too from to be here with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bro Josh.
Yeah, guys, look, thank you so much for the show. I think what the AFL did was good. We might disagree or agree about whether it was okay for the recruitment process to be broadcasted live online for everybody to see. I'm still a little bit uneasy about that, but I think that is the highest level of how they call it, transparency. So I cannot fault them for that. One of the things that people are saying that, oh, if you don't know book, you can still be soldier man to shoot gun. You don't need to know. When you get into the army, they got to take you in the classroom to teach you what their tactics are, what the things you're supposed to be doing. They're not there to teach you how to read anymore. That is taking us back. When are you get ready before you go, before they deploy you anywhere? Because the first thing you are learning to read, before they start teaching you what they want you to do in the army. It doesn't make any sense. So I think the army is they were I'm hearing that they removed the reading thing. I think it's bad. I think you cannot lower our standards to zero only because we want people to be in the army. When people want to be that's what they say when opportunity meets preparation, that's when success arrives.
Thank you.
When you prepare, an opportunity meets you. If you're not prepared, opportunity will pass over you. It should pass over you. Because that's why we do that. Why people are so lazy in our country. That's why they can't even read. They get feel that, I get right. I'm a country here, so I get it right. When I want Johnson, I'm going to be with Johnson here. You need to. No. Let
Hold on,
people
hold on, hold
take
on.
the effort to prepare themselves so that they are able to, when they meet the opportunity, they can be prepared for the opportunity and success comes. So nobody should tell me that it was a bad thing in this and that. No, I disagree. I think that's the only thing my brother Jesse and I agree about here
Oh
because I
yeah.
was listening to it when I woke up. Yeah, that it's disappointing that they remove that reading element because when they go on the blackboard, they're not going to teach you how to read again. They will put things there for you to read it so they can understand what they're trying to communicate to you. They don't want to read for you. So when you're going on the battlefront, when you see Sambo, when they say this is the beginning of Conakry, then you say, I see people, your call in time and say, my man, you can't read a thing for us. No, you should be able to read. Yeah, be able to read and comprehend what you're reading. It's very important. So that's my position on that. And my next position is going to be on, the
Uh,
deadliness of the slave. Look,
Bro Josh, I'll hold you there. We have a caller
okay,
here.
okay.
Caller,
All right.
what is the name and where are you calling on from?
Yeah, yes, my name is Marcos, and I call him from Iowa.
Marcus, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that your panelists, those that are supporting the government, they are not actually fair to the audience. Even though it's your government, you support your government. but you have to convince the public. Now, you defending this government. The government been in power for the past almost 3 years now.
Okay.
Can you show some of the things that the government had done? Because the government came to rescue the people. Show some of the things that the government had done.
Okay.
So that people can know. But he just saying, the government is doing extremely well. This because I've just left from Liberia. They gone December. And I saw, when they gone December, I was in Liberia. So I don't know what to Ghana. I don't know whether they can travel back to see the reality, because not just on Facebook, but go back and see the actual reality.
You
If
just
the
left
government is doing
from
well.
you just left from Liberia. You said when December.
They gone December,
Yeah,
yes.
but he ain't see
December.
nothing.
But I just left from Liberia. I just left from Liberia around February.
Okay, you left February. So tell me what are some of the things that the government had done, because
Okay.
the legislative is up and on.
Okay.
It's not stable. It's no longer stable. It's up and on. They're doing power share right now.
Okay.
So tell me what are the things. So I'm listening. I want you to name some of the things that the government has
Can't
done.
can't argue your government point. They can say in
Oh,
the
thank you.
link. Can't argue the government point.
No, you gotta
I mean,
just name.
can't
If you
argue
say
your
the truth, we'll know.
CDC point when you can. Say all the things what you saw in Liberia, you ain't see
But my
nothing.
brother, I'm a citizen. I'm not a citizen.
But I told you
I'm a
say
citizen.
I
I'm a
told you
citizen.
not
I'm not a
citizen.
citizen.
Okay, bro.
I just only want you to tell me what the
You
government
was
has
saying
done.
the
Just
link.
name some of the things.
And you were there,
I know.
and you were there.
My brother, they will not say you. They will not say you because they don't know.
The
Nothing
legislature,
exists.
the
Everything
legislature
has
you are
been bought.
enjoying,
Everything has
the
been
Name
bought.
one
legislature,
or two things that the
Nothing they can
government has
show
done.
you.
Say the
the
government do
legislature
well.
you are enjoying, that
Name
me
one or
are
two things
enjoying
the government
it.
has done.
The legislature
Okay.
you are enjoying, that me are enjoying it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Cora. Thank you.
The rules that
Okay, all right.
you
Okay,
apply up and down the
Baby,
country.
Okay.
don't allow you to be talking to
Well,
your
go ahead,
boss like
man.
that.
Go
Let
ahead.
let
Yeah,
let
don't
go
allow
ahead,
you to be talking to
bro,
your
bro
boss like
George.
that.
Just,
This is
just
it,
close.
man.
Bro George. Bro George.
You're not frozen chicken.
Bro George, go ahead.
Hey, man, count the
Yeah.
truth. I thought your
So the
apparently
thing
is
is
not
that
fair to the citizen.
these days you cannot say the truth. Anything you say that is against this government, you are opposition. They will label you dogs. Don't they will not listen to you. They should do what they're doing, and blah blah blah. For me, that is the wrong way of going. And that the person who said they will not listen to opposition, will not listen to criticism, that I person they go give a war to for peace. They warrior my people. Where we going? Where we going? No tolerance. No tolerance. Guess what? Prophet King J. How they call it? Say, how they call it?
You
Hey
can call
man,
back.
I won't say my job there, not get job.
Oh, you see that? So that why
All
you're
these
parking it? You're parking it now.
Ma
all these
Jabate.
Ah,
people,
yeah,
all these people,
you
are
do
being
well. Yeah.
used for all
Ma
these people are being
Jabate.
marginalized.
Yeah, Ma
But then,
Jabate. You not need Ma Jabate too?
I know you need a man. So I man, my rather matter a man. You need my.
okay, let me tell you, my good friend, my good friend, trust me.
Okay.
My is
Okay,
very
bro
cool.
George. Bro George, we are on our closing point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let me just close. So
Yeah,
look,
close.
they can talk up whatever they want. You cannot show any evidence here what the government is doing different. Everything that the CDC was doing, they showing that President Biden said we're not being the street selling, they are there selling more. Guess what? I had to go and say roasted beef while in my car when I was there in February from small children.
Where?
Just to prove it, I took photos and all.
In Maria?
But the thing is that President Biden is doing nothing tangible. But everything you guys will say is from the mouth and say, oh, the government doing well. When you tell me what the government doing well. Tell me. Tell me. I want to know.
Yeah,
What is
well,
there for them to be cheap price? Tell me. I want to know. You can't tell me. You say they put a get a war, they know what they're doing. That answer there doesn't make any sense. They put out even giving a war when you went to the war show, when I watched the war show, they didn't tell us the project that they made on a talk that made to get the price. They didn't say it. Because everything that was just lobbying and getting and paying money to them. That's all. So
All
you
right.
guys should stop. Like we belongs to every one of us. And I want President Elder says to speak. Everybody should speak. Even you that yeah, you should speak. Because when they're speaking, our government official will do the best for our country. If we keep quiet, they will not do the best. But those of you who are praising it, then you're not doing it any favor. Because once you praise somebody, the person becomes comfortable. But when you criticize them, they become alert and they will do better and want better for our country. Let's continue to see the wrong and talk about the wrong and move on. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Thank you.
You get drafted.
I'm not Josh.
George, you see what
Brother Zay, go ahead.
Yeah,
No, you're
AB.
talking about your achievement.
Uh,
Yeah, they're only two. You're talking
okay.
about your achievement.
Thank you. Let me tell you some of the achievement that the government is doing. You know, for me, I love politics. I don't shy away from people who want to be opposition and don't know far. He come from Moray. He say he see nothing. The first thing, the LEC who are enjoying, it was not there by accident. Okay, when his government was there, he talk about my citizen. You are a sedition caller. Don't hire a party. For me in politics, I don't have myself. I always come outside. I show you where I am. You citizen that call, the LEC you are enjoying when your government was there, people are dying from heat. The roads that people flying on now to go to the southeast, while the paving it is still pliable all the way to Maryland. Your government was there. Your president car hits in the mud. The caterpillar or towing it. Okay? That's what the government is doing. The government is paving local road now. The one where you want to put quota water during time of election and you tell the local people are coming vote for you. That local road now is being paved. Okay? The CSDA hospital are going on your wash in Kagata. Where you look at it for grass to grow. Go there, they building almost 200 bedroom hospital there. The Redemption Hospital is almost completed. When you kill, you marry, you did nothing about it. Okay? You get most of the clinics and hospitals are being solarized. They play where people used to go when they go deliver C-section, they know let the kid in. That what the government is doing. The agricultural sector, farmers, smallholder farmers are being empowered. People who didn't have the hand to expand their farming work, their productivity, they have been giving money to the agriculture program, the RAP program, and these people now own machines. They're doing massive productivity. You want me to go on? You color? You can compare the government with that reckless government you're high in power. You and Josh. Before you come in talk about you went Liberia, you come from December. You like want to go Liberia. Before you think when you say I come from Liberia December, then we'll believe you that nothing happening. Everything that happening in Liberia is being broadcast. You don't need no rocket scientist to tell you what happened in Liberia. So don't be deceptive to come call and say I'm a citizen. Say you are a sedition. At least they would know. Okay? That how to deal with George and that sedition I call about tell me what your government doing. Maybe for me, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she's a hypocrite. She threw the rock and hide behind it. And like the first caller said, you can see the trend. And maybe when you profile somebody, you look at them step by step what they're doing. When I buy election for Prince Johnson, when Prince Johnson died, that buy election, I told people I say that he brought Samuel Koga to the Senate. It was 2023 all over again. Anytime they have the chance to prove a point against this government, they fail. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, George Weah, all the opposition, they went to Nima, they put either Gonglo hand up. With the intention that if either Gonglo are going to win, they'll come and say, oh, the government unpopular. To undermine the government. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf were involved. And George talking about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf have a women group called Namo or Nemo. It was not for that reason. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf reason of going behind either Congress was to undermine the GMB government. To show that the government had loose popularity with the people of Nima. That why they refuse to back the vice presidential candidate, the vice president candidate in Samuel Koga. We are people who study politics. When people are deceptive, we can tell. A happy again, she went to the Clark Hole Foundation. They asked somebody, you say you did not use government money to build this place. Please show us record of money that you used to build the place here. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf go there again to go say she going there. They play good, taking care of office or this and that. That the question they asked the Clark Hole Foundation, who you taking care of. They ask them to bring financial document. You go there to go undermine the government, fight against corruption. So this woman has a trend of behaviors that she exhibit that tells you that her email objective is to undermine this government. She not doing no freedom of speech thing yet. She sat here. They post somebody who was actually expressing their own freedom of speech, whether it was vulgar or not. It was their freedom of speech. Okay, she sat here and said that person must be punished because they were being vulgar or using abusive languages. The men who took off to protect the Constitution when violating the Constitution, that the men now she coming sideways because as a former vice president, when she talk about freedom of speech being violated because she signed the Abdul Kamara law, the Supreme Court honor that Abdul Kamara law. Before she come and sit down and come here or say she's talking about gospel. The last thing I want to, maybe the last thing I want to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last thing I want to say, AB, for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Weah to hang on that my project is a disservice to the Liberian people. So you want to tell me for 12 good years Ellen Sirleaf was in power? She couldn't complete some of the project there and start and let other people can start new projects.
No, that our project now.
So that their legacy that they left project behind. That even speak of the lack of respect they have for the Liberian people, and that what they not to be trusted with any the Liberian people not to listen to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with any advice that she get because she did not use their money rightfully. They same as George Weah. Let them go sit down so with my project.
Yeah, go ahead.
I finished.
Okay.
What you want me to talk about?
Broad Development Association, GTA, all the way.
This is how we let to come to the very, very end of the Manefson Abraka talk show here tonight. But before we go, let me once again announce the number. The number is 512 552 3551. When you call, tell the Mawata Travel Group that the Abraka talk show send you. On this note, I will let to draw the curtain down.